you have sort of an interesting story because your journey does not start out in life as becoming an innkeeper. You start out as something different. So, can you tell me, what did you go to school for, and what did you think about your future career was going to be at that time?
Well, we started out both in as professionals. My wife and I both went to Rutgers in New Jersey, and I studied, including a master's degree in the field of public policy research. So I worked at a Princeton think tank for many years, and my wife was a social work administrator and ran programs for the elderly for the state of New Jersey. We always stayed at inns. We enjoyed staying at inns, and we kind of said, gee, one day when we retire, wouldn't it be fun to be an innkeeper? Although that day of retirement came at 27 instead of 67.
Yeah, so you started pretty young when it comes to innkeeping. In fact, I would go as far to say one of maybe the youngest. Um, and
That's right.
when you discovered Bucks County, because you didn't start out there as a location and a home base, where did you live before that, and how did you guys decide on Bucks County as your home?
We were living between New York City and Princeton and thought that if we wanted to live and work together, where would we do that? So we actually looked up and down the East Coast as well as the West Coast and really thought that New Hope and Bucks County had everything that we wanted as a place to live ourselves because of the sense of history, the sense of community, um, the Victorian and colonial architecture, and especially the people. We really enjoyed the tradition of accepting people of different faiths, different religions, different races, and we felt very comfortable here and thought that New Hope would be the place that we could showcase all our interests and talents, and that the inn would be the platform to do that.
Yeah, you did such a good job describing really the culture and the feel of New Hope. That really encapsulates it. For people who have never been to New Hope, it's also a very beautiful town and location. Can you describe for someone who has never seen it, what is New Hope like?
Oh boy. So actually, what drew the Impressionist painters at the turn of the 1800s to New Hope, and there is a school called the New Hope School of Landscape Painters and the Pennsylvania School of Impressionist Painters. The vistas that attracted those painters 150 years ago are the same today as they were then. You know, Bucks County is named after Buckinghamshire, England, because the first settlers that came here with William Penn thought that the rolling hills and the beautiful stone farmhouses and the stone fences reminded them of their home in Buckinghamshire. So Bucks is short for Buckinghamshire. And all those beautiful vistas remain today. The river, the valley, the rolling hills, very lush, green, fertile ground, gorgeous stone buildings, stone fences, a lot of byways, a lot of one-way roads still, and with a canal structure that pierces the landscape that runs parallel to the river, and our beautiful Pennsylvania camelback bridges, and of course the kissing bridges or the covered bridges that are very iconic, the 12 working covered bridges in Bucks County as well.
And this is one of the reasons that I love talking to you, Carl, because I feel like every time we have a conversation, I learn something new about Bucks County that even though I've lived there for 28 years now almost, I still am learning new things, and you're always full of fun facts and knowledge that I didn't know before. Um,
I'm an avocational historian, and I just love this area, and I love to share it. We love to share it. And I think one of the things that distinguishes our inn is our ability to match people with what they want to do. And we kind of shun pikes, and we promote the by road, the highway, the byways and the meadows and the single lane roads. because that's where the magic is of Bucks County.